Good evening. You're watching the Sodor Island News at 10 with me, Cameron Corder. Two criminals have been found to have escaped from the prison of East Sodor earlier this afternoon. The two thieves, John Larson and Jerry Dolter, were arrested for the hijack and vandalism of a late-night mail train in the summer. They're also believed to have caused a gas explosion at an industrial complex in Vickerstown, as well as stealing an array of Lego sets. Police are still on search after discovering the fugitives missing from their cells earlier this evening, and advise anyone within the Skarloey Lake area to keep on high alert.
Come on, Jerry, keep up. We need to keep out of plain sight.
I'm not half the man I used to be, John.
And you can be twice the man you are now if we break free. All we need to do is to get to cover and somehow get to Crovan's. Then we can get away clean-handed.
But I haven't cleaned my hands today.
No, stay away from me then. Either way, there's no way anyone could catch us now. We're on the right path.
Hey. Where's that light come from? Oh! What's happening?
Oh, what? What? The ground's given way!
I'm not the face.
The Skarloey railway engines were out at work on an unusually quiet afternoon. Duke was being steamed up for a special evening run later on.
It's a full moon tonight. If my knowledge serves me right, that's the prime time for ghostly happenings.
Not losing your memory, are you, Grandpa? You aren't going out late at night to party, remember? You're taking a ghost hunting party up to the lakeside.
Don't get cheeky with me, Andal. The only thing is, Peter Sam is meant to be taking another group of ghost hunters after my train. Oh, where's he got to?
Sorry I'm late.
Oh, and where have you been?
I saw a snail on the platform. I was watching it go back to its home.
Of course you better be ready to take your ghost hunting passengers this evening. You might as well take this rusty old empty thing back to the quarry too. Not you, Rusty.
It'll do. I was quite excited, really. I've never seen a real-life ghost before.
Duncan apparently has. I think we'll more likely be hijacked by those escaped prisoners than find a ghost.
Oh, who cares? Oh, it's going to be nice having the sheds nice and quiet for a change. With plenty of room, too.
You know somewhere else that's quiet, Andal? Your own little plinth in the car park.
Ugh, don't remind me. A whole week I had bugs crawling all over me in the freezing cold. Disgraceful. And why do you keep calling me Handel? It's Sir Handel, thank you. I have a knighthood.
I hate to say it, but you with a knighthood would never suit his grace.
You hate to say it. I hate to hear it.
Ooh, look, a butterfly.
Oh, shut up, Peter Sam.
Oh, look, a butterfly. It's a little baby pigeon.
The light of the day rolled slowly into the glisten of the evening until the cold set in and mist began to draft around the old iron bridge as the night made its entrance. The full moon was an occasional phenomenon, but the strange happenings that came along with it sometimes couldn't be explained. Meanwhile, however, underground John and Jerry were regaining their consciousness.
Oh, my head. John? Where the hell are we? I can't see a thing.
Whatever you do, please don't light a match. Oh, I think we fell into an old mine tunnel. There's loads of them around this area. We must be near a quarry.
Well, at least we can't be seen, but we also can't get out. Also, these tunnels are blocked. What do we do?
There's only one thing we can do, isn't it? The thieves had fallen into a wide chamber within an abandoned quarry tunnel, where it branched off into different directions. Loose rock had since caved in and formed an obstacle, but their paths were still rooted.
Which way? There's 3 tunnels.
Right, well, how's this? We'll call this tunnel Tom, this one Harry, that one Dick. Pick one and start digging.
Where did you get that name from, my house?
Well, Tom, after that postman we met in prison, the tipper fella. Harry just sounded like another stupid name to use, and
Let me guess. You know that last one after Charles Dickens?
Yep, that was it. Right, let's get to work.
Meanwhile, Peter Sam was making his way up the line following Duke with the train of ghost hunters. He left them at Lakeside for them to go on a hike around the woods, and then bounced along with some empty Slate trucks to return to the quarry.
Goodbye.
At long last, John and Jerry broke free from the darkness of the tunnel into the darkness of the night.
We're free. We did it. Thank goodness. Oh, I can breathe again.
Rude. Anyways, where are we?
I'm running this line. I'm Peter Sam and I'm running this line. I'm Peter Sam and I'm running this line. And what on earth? Why are you covered in earth?
Well, we can explain. We're
It's a little late for the quarry workers to be digging at this hour.
Quarry workers? Is he talking to us?
Shut up, just go with it.
Oh, you can't be ghost hunters either. I don't think you'll find any ghosts underground.
Yeah, we were just finishing up. We missed the last train home, though. Is there any chance we could hitch a ride back to Crowan's Gate?
I'm sorry, I'm on a private train tonight. I'm only taking empty coaches back though. So maybe if you wait here, I could pick you on my way back.
Isn't there any quicker, less noticeable ways of getting to the gate?
The quickest way would be to ride the empty Slate trucks down the line. But no bother, I'll ask my friend if we can take you home on the train for free.
Huh?
Stay here, I'll be back
I
soon.
don't know. I don't know what it is, but I like the sound of that little engine.
No, I don't. Something about his voice seems annoying. Besides, I've had enough drama with the damn trains on this island. No, he makes a good point though. Why don't we just get away in the trucks that he's left? John and Jerry took a Slate wagon and pushed it to the base of the incline. Peter Sam was completely unaware he was helping 2 prisoners. He cheerfully returned to the lake, where Duke was sitting with his train.
Grandpa, I just went down to the quarry and met Toofer and the quarrymen. They said they missed their last train home. Do you think we could let them have a free ride?
This sounds oddly suspicious, Peter Sam. The Slate quarry wasn't even open today, it's Sunday. Peter Sam, are you sure there were quarry workers?
Of course! Who else would be wandering on the quarry at this time of night?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe those 2 vandals who were reported to have escaped the prison today.
What?
Don't you remember I told you this earlier? No, I have a bad feeling about this.
You don't think those 2 people I met were thieves, do you?
Yes, I do. I just bloody well said so. Right, you better go home and make sure. Our passengers are camping overnight here, so we don't need to wait for them. I'll take your empty coaches home. You go home and make sure everything is right.
Okay, Joe. If you say so. Oh dear.
But it was too late. At the quarry, John and Jerry had already jumped onto the wagon and were rolling fast down the slope in a getaway.
Oh no, I'm too late. I've got to stop them.
I don't like it in this truck. I feel sick, John.
Throw up or get thrown off.
Oh, jeez, God. Oh, it's getting everywhere. It's fake sound effects, John. This is what kind of sound like when I actually throw.
At the old iron bridge, there was a mysterious light piercing through the otherwise somber ravine.
What the hell is that?
It's a train! God, how do we stop this thing? Oh, it's no use. Jump! Jump!
That could have been us. What's going on?
They stood on the edge of the ravine as the mysterious figure glared at them. It's not saying anything. Oh, it's that little green engine or its friend, isn't it? What? Oh, nice try, mate, but your little ghost show ain't working. We're safe and sound, and
Stay right where you are. Don't move another inch. Or you'll... Oh. What's going on? Who's that?
We're waiting for you to tell us.
Why should I know?
You must have sent one of your friends to try and stop us. We see your little plan, mate, so give in there.
I told you, there's no other trains running on this part of the line apart from me and Duke. But he's up at Lakeside. I don't know what's happening.
I don't like this job. Oh, I still feel sick. This don't look like a trick to me.
The three looked at each other with both a look of confusion and horror. But before another word could be uttered, the ghostly engine's figure became distorted and it dissipated into 10,000 fireflies, glowing faintly to nothing amidst the mist. Okay, that's it. Look, I don't know how you did this, green one, but I can't take this anymore. Right, we admit it. Right, fine, we'll give ourselves in. Just don't scare us anymore.
Okay. Alright, hop aboard my cab. Let's get out of here.
For the entire journey, the three remained thoughtfully silent until John decided to speak up. So, how did you make that ghost engine appear?
Me? I didn't do it. How could I?
But it don't make sense. It looks so real. Why would it have stopped us like that?
Probably because you are two criminals who escaped from prison. That might have something to do with it.
We'll never get out of prison now. We'll be stuck behind bars forever for this.
Peter Sam, equally in shock about what they had just witnessed on the bridge, felt the guilt of sympathy roll down his side tanks. What are you doing, kid? Why have we stopped?
You're free to go.
Wait. What? I don't get it.
I'm letting you escape. I felt so sorry for my friend Duke when he was locked up in the shed for years. I don't want that to happen to you too.
I don't know what to say, kid.
You better get going before someone finds you. So long. Good luck.
Wow. Thanks, I guess. We won't tell anyone you're helping us for this. That's a promise, mate.
Goodbye.
Well then, now where do you want to go?
I told you I like that engine. What a guy.
With that, John and Jerry were left on their own.
It's almost like we were meant to be. Peter, Sam, and Jerry. Shut up, Jerry.
Back at the shed, Peter Sam arrived just as the other engines were beginning to wake. Or at least, when he did arrive, he caused them to awake.
Look, a little kitty cat. Hello there. Come here. Don't be shy. Come here, kitty.
Oh, be quiet, Peter Sam. I was dreaming I was rescuing a fair damsel from a tower. She was beautiful. She had she was a 460. Ugh. Classic engineering. Classic. Oh, and Duke's here. Okay.
You're back soon? What happened? Did they turn out to be the railway thieves?
I couldn't find them. They must have gone to a better place by now.
What on earth is going on? What are you babbling on about?
Oh, trust you, Peter Sam. You had one job.
To deliver my passengers with a smile. That's exactly what I did.
I am so confused.
So am I.
So am I. Ooh! Look, it's another snail!
Don't be ridiculous, Peter Sam.
You're right, Sir Handel. It must be the same one I saw yesterday.
Sir Handel and Duke couldn't understand Peter Sam, who knew deep inside that he'd really let the two criminals go free. However, one thing he couldn't understand himself was what he'd witnessed on the bridge. Something simply cannot be explained.
Bye.